So, I bought a new model of the 119 and Jupiter, along with the North Carolina Railroad, and I have an old tool 440 Jupiter and a non-running General. Let's see if I can swap the motors between them and hopefully not ramble about too many things. I'm going to start with the tender. It's held together with 4 screws in the corners. Do note, the front screws sit flush with the body, and the rear have exposed heads. The tender body will come straight off. Try not to damage the brake wheel. It looks like someone put weights in the tender of this model to keep it pushable. Really odd, but okay. The locomotive is attached to the engine by a screw in both ends of this link that sits underneath the frame. Now, on to the locomotive. I took it completely apart as I thought I needed to. However, the locomotive drive does not require the locomotive to be disassembled, only the base plate for the wheels to be removed to allow a little extra space. In case you need to know how to remove the boiler, though, you need to unscrew the 2 cylinders from the locomotive. And this reveals a brass plate for the headlight. It's for electrical purposes. The inside of the steam chest will also be exposed, and this is where the long screw that holds the steam chest, or the bottom of the frame, to the boiler and cap, technically. Removing that will allow the removal of the boiler, and do note there is a tab at the back of the cab that sits low on the frame that needs to be popped off, and then the whole cab and boiler can be removed. Rather nicely made from Bachmann, there's only one hard wired connection for the headlight from the front truck. The return line for it is a spring to the metal frame. And you reverse the process to reassemble the locomotive. Something I will note while you're watching me reassemble the locomotive is you do kind of have to shove the wire connected to that brass plate that goes up to the headlight into the steam chest housing. So if it feels a little stiff, that's perfectly normal. And some of you might have noticed I've used 2 different screwdrivers, and that's because one of them kept eating the head of these rather soft screws. And now I will do the same disassembly process to the Jupiter, but will fast forward it. Back to what we came here for. Inside the rear of the cab is a worm gear that accepts a universal joint. A single screw holds it in place and is where a negative wired connection from locomotive to the tender is attached. Now, you will need to take the base plate off and move the rear set of drivers out of the way. Then you can insert the worm gear bracket and put the drivers and base plate back in place. There is a screw that will hold both the negative from the locomotive to the tender and also holds that worm gear bracket in place. And when you're reassembling the base plate, do note there's a weird design in that the right side has a sort of guide for the wheel that can only be put in one way. But Bachmann did put curved slots for the wheels, so credit where credit is due. Now back to the tender. I was hoping I didn't have to swap motors and I could just swap trucks and tops, but the Jupiter frame is red and yellow and the General's is black. So the motor has 2 soldered connections that will need to be unsoldered to be swapped. Apologies for the bad footage here, it was the best I could get. Once freed, the motor seems to be able to be installed in either direction. There is a tab under the motor for connection to a tender truck, and it's rather silly as the motor never sits flush to the frame because of that. But I'm guessing the top of the tender holds it down? I'm not entirely sure why you would do it this way. The return line from the locomotive gets screwed into a tab to the body on the left side of the tender. Then you solder the left wire from the motor to this connection. The right connection is soldered to the tab on the right. Now, I didn't record this to avoid the embarrassment, as I went to go take the locomotive for just a quick test before I put everything back together. And, as it turns out, the General's tender had no pickups left. So I'll pretend I didn't say anything, and let's swap those like I totally knew I was supposed to. Make sure you put the front tender truck picking up the right rail and the rear to the left rail. Now, the model should be ready to work, and I will reinstall all the screws. And it runs! Not well, admittingly, but let me run it in and get back to you. After running in and a light servicing, it's quite loud, but it runs fairly smoothly. What I find very interesting is the motor that I took out was from a model that I believe I got in 2012, so it's 14 years old, and I don't think it's run in at least 10 years, but it's still rather loud. I'm not sure if this is from the motor not sitting flat, so it's vibrating constantly, or if it's just a poor quality motor, which, I guess is kind of par for Bachmann. Anyway, I got it running. It was a success. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more how-tos like this.